Dear viewers, the topic which we will discuss today is who are the mafias? Who are the mafias? Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan has been talking about mafias, and recently he said that the mafias, they don't let him work. The mafias are responsible for corruption, nepotism, for loot and plunder. So the question is that who are the mafia? It's not only in Pakistan; it's a global. The Sicilian mafia in Italy. Basically, a mafia is composed of a bunch of people or a group of people who have a criminal, mindset, and that criminal mindset is reflected when they do corruption, nepotism, and other things which are to the detriment to the interest of people. So basically, it's a term which is now being frequently used, and it is used in order to escape from performance. If I am not able to perform, if I am not able to deliver, then I will blame the mafias. That mafias, they have sabotaged. They are so powerful that they didn't allow me to work. Therefore, the next question is that what are the types of mafias? As days are passing, the jurisdiction, the scope of mafias, that's increasing. Earlier, the mafias were mainly like, say for example, in black marketing, in smuggling, the mafias. But then the corruption mafia. Mafias, another type of mafia which exists as far as the workplace is concerned, particularly in government departments, in state-owned organizations, the mafias, incompetent people, dishonest people, they have been inducted not on the basis of merit, favoritism, nepotism, that's mafia. But then recently you have the scope of mafias, for example, this thing, sugar mafia, wheat mafia, medicine mafia, oil mafia, gas mafia, and you can go on and on. Tanker mafia, water mafia. So it basically means that in Pakistan these days the mafias have become so powerful that they are able to destabilize, to disrupt, and then mafias in political parties. So that is what the Prime Minister was trying to, but then unfortunately in the last almost 3 years, why he has not been able to. It all started with the sugar crisis, the wheat crisis, oil crisis, petroleum crisis, that last year June petrol was not available. The mafias, hoarding of petrol, hoarding of sugar, hoarding of wheat, hoarding of medicines. So the strategy of such mafias is basically to create artificial shortage of essential items, eatable items. Milk mafia, yogurt mafia, fruits mafia, vegetable mafia. So their main purpose is to earn as much profit as possible, and they take advantage of the absence of the rule of law and accountability. Since we don't see the rule of law and accountability to a large extent. So the mafias, the building mafia, the land mafia. So, as I said earlier, that the scope and the jurisdiction of mafias in the last 15-20 years has widened, and that is what put Pakistan in great trouble. That those who pledged that they will, in 100 days, I am talking about the PTI government, 100 days there will be a revolution. Corruption will be eradicated. Prices will be controlled. Those responsible for artificial shortages, they will be taken to task. What has happened? The other way around. The transport mafia, that those who are running buses and coaches and other vehicles, they are mafia. So the lust for or the greed for money, for more and more, and power. So the power mafia, they want power, as much power as possible. And unfortunately, the influence of mafia, it has permeated as far as education in Pakistan is concerned. That's unfortunate, unpardonable. At the primary level, at the secondary level, at the higher level, at the university level, the mafias. That how the universities have been destroyed, educational centers have been ruined, because the mafias are sitting over there. And such mafias, they are well organized. Don't underestimate them. They are well organized. They have connectivity. They support each other. So those who are not part of the mafias, they are forced to become part of mafia. So if you cannot if you cannot defeat your enemy, the dictum that if you cannot defeat your enemy, you join them. So that is what has happened in Pakistan. So the educational sector in Pakistan, the mafias in the higher education, and recently how the chairman of Higher Education Commission was removed. It's very strange that an ordinance reduced the term of the chairman of Higher Education Commission for 4 to 2 years. But another activity whereby the term of, on the part of the government, term of the governor of a state bank enhanced from 3 to 5 years. Look at the contradiction. Mafias. So basically, it has to do with moral degeneration, lack of accountability, the culture of bribes, corruption and nepotism, not to distinguish between what is right and what is wrong. And in the month of Ramadan in Pakistan, the mafias, those who control the prices of those who are supposed to keep an eye on the prices, they are themselves part of the mafias. So during the month of Ramadan, you see the prices of essential commodities like chicken, meat, vegetables, fruits, other eatable items. The prices have increased twofold, threefold, and there is no check on. This basically means that a state can be termed as a failed state if it has not been able to enforce rule of law, justice system, accountability. So how mafias can be eradicated? That's not possible. I don't think it is possible in Pakistan, because their roots are quite deep. And as I said, that whosoever comes to power, the mafias or those who are called as the sycophants, they surround him or her. And that is the reason why the government is unable to perform, the parliament is unable to perform, because political parties, major political parties, other political parties, is run by the mafias. If a country is run by the mafias, then certainly it will have no respect as far as the international level is concerned. So why Pakistan was not invited? The 40 countries summit on climate change. Why Britain put Pakistan on the red list and imposed a travel ban, despite the fact that in Pakistan the situation of pandemic is not that serious as it was in Britain. Travel ban from Pakistan to Britain. So, to conclude, I would say that when mafias they are so powerful, and when people they join them, they cannot fight against them. That country cannot take off whatever claims are made. So, if Pakistan is not economically stable, if it is not politically stable, if there is a serious governance, crisis governance, corruption, nepotism, it has to do with the fact that this country has been taken over by the mafias. Thank you very much.